Alrighty, here I am, reacting to HAIM's I Quit. I'm wondering what I'm going to think about this. I'm not, particularly the biggest fan of HAIM, as in, I'm not well read on them, other than the last album, Women in Music Part 3, which has now been 5 years. That was, the year I started doing this reaction channel, and that's crazy to think. But I, really like that album. Yet to listen to their other stuff. I may have heard songs and so forth, but actually I did think I listened to a few songs in preparation just in case I was going to watch them live at a music festival I went to, which I think I maybe watched for a few minutes, but I don't really have a strong memory of that. Regardless, I hope this is good, because their last project was has aged well. I still listen to it pretty occasionally. So maybe this will be, given the same treatment. So let's go.
Can I have your attention, please? For the last time before I leave. On second thought, I changed my mind. Born to run, can't be held up. Now I'm free, and I was one of those fools. But you can't fool everyone all the time, 'cause it catches up with you. Now I'm gone. Now I'm free. Born to run. You can hate me for what I am. You can shame me for what I've done. You can't make me disappear. You never saw me for what I was. You can't fake it. Hey, you don't see me. It's what I want. It's what I want. It's what I want. It's what I want.
Okay, yeah, first song on there, pretty solid, pretty good. Traditional sort of rock track, I'd say.
Your place or my place, it doesn't matter to me. Your lips, my tongue, they're intertwined. So take off your clothes, unlock your door, 'cause when I come over, you're gonna get some. I want you all over me. I want you all over me. So when you see me out with someone else, I will not be ashamed. I want you all over me. I want you all. We'll meet in secrecy after the party, and when you're face to face with me on your knees. But when I want you all over me. I want you all over me.
Okay, yeah, so that one's a hit, I will say. Kind of gives off a country rock type vibes in some way, and now it's got me thinking, man, I think her voice could kind of work with a country album, to be honest. Good guitar solo on this one too, small guitar solo just like the last one. It's you're blending this you got the dad rock vibes, and then you got the pop rock sensibility that can sell for the people in their 20s. I kind of like that blending for sure.
Wasting time driving through the east side, doing my thing 'cause I can't decide if we're through. But are we? And if we are, what we gonna do?
It feels like everyone's caught up in
That's another really good one. A little bit different in sound. Like I was saying beforehand, country rock. This feels more like a straight up sort of R&B track. If you got Ryan Beatty to sing this song or like cover this track, it would feel like it was his track for real. First song on this album, right? You're getting something about. It seems like it's getting out of a relationship, feeling freedom. Second song, just vibing in the sort of a friends with benefits situation. And then this song is sort of discussing, having a lot of grievances with the idea of relationships, which is okay, right? So they're having a hard time kind of sticking to it, at least maybe in this specific relationship, but then connecting it with all relationships, which may be due to, because if you're, in your life getting out of another relationship or so forth, you have to recognize that all of them have ended. They do say one interesting thing in this song, right? This just can't be the way it is, relationships, or is it just the shit our parents did? So this situation's going like, is this really what's happening in relationships? Like, look at how all this has turned out. And then considering that in a modern era, potentially, that we don't put up with a lot of bullshit as much as a previous generation would, right? Which I can understand that to a certain degree. At the end of the day, relationships are always harder than they're going to look from the outside, right? But I don't know. We're gonna have to see if there's anything else that they want to say throughout this album.
I'm on the next flight. You can't talk me out of it, yeah. Where we used to sleep, it was all a dream. You thought I would fall back in your arms. I bet you wish it could be easy to change my mind. So high last night, I thought burn it to the ground. You never helped me. It was like hell for me to change my mind. I bet you wish it could be easy into your arms. And I crushed up these pills.
Say though, listening to these songs is it's like, oh man, this takes me back to being 15, 16. This sort of area of alt rock would have been a lot of what I would have been consuming. So I certainly, I feel have a certain sense of fondness for this, for sure.
Kane called up cause I wasn't home. Daddy took a message, didn't have a phone. Waiting out front just to get alone. But didn't even notice she was too coked up. Wants to be a dancer but she had no luck. And more times passing. Take me back. Take me back. Take me back. I want it. Take me back. Like I remember. Take me back. Just thinking about it. Take me back. Makes me emotional. All of my friends without changing in my mind. And it keeps on. But I took the heat and I learned from it. Take me back, I feel it. Take me back like a reverie. Take me back, brings us back to me. Take me back to addiction. Take me back to getting off. Take me back to wishing that nothing would be different. Take me back, feel it. Take me back like a reverie. Take me back, just thinking about it. Take me back, it's you in front of me. Take me back, I'm riding.
Yeah, another song that's not too bad. I don't think I'm like the biggest fan of like the chorus on here, but that like guitar on there, very frenetic energy. I can certainly get down with that. And lyrically, yeah, cute track, right? Just sort of discussing one to be taken back to the good old times, good memories, right? All right.
You say we're all the same. I think I'm different. But to start, could you recognize it's hard to love you right, but you wouldn't stop the rain, and now it's coming down. But to start, could you recognize it's hard to love you right, trying to get up off my knees, you piss on the wall, there's nothing at all, but baby you know that I'll still forgive you. Had to get out, but you wanna read, well how could I come around, baby, when you speak like I'm the one.
Yeah, very cute track, I'd say. Kind of works good on some vocal chops on here throughout this, and then lyrically, just having problems doing what's best in a relationship, I guess. Like, it's hard to love you right, like, things just, I guess, not being perfect or not being the best for someone, but again, that's sort of a part of a relationship, is it's trying, right? Okay, all right.
It's been a long day driving. It's been a hard couple years. Now the heart comes grinding with my cynical fears. So we could keep on trying. Buy me out. Widening between what I let myself say and what I feel. And my sister, if you need a place to calm down till you get back, buy me I'm out of your and everything's strange, from the outside.
That's likely my least favorite song on here. I was not really getting stuck with that. It sounded like it was going to start good, but it kind of sounds like someone who is like giving up. So I almost feel like it's like, I'm thinking about it musically or through this band, it feels like they don't really want to be a part of this stuff anymore. I don't know. Or there's some sort of form of like depression that they feel like they are succumbing to. But it seems like they do have support. I don't know. This is just me like trying to interpret.
I was on my own and finally trying to hear myself with all the roaring trains of change and down that building station. The string between us getting tight, the constellation of our lives shifting every night, tracing back lucky stars in my mind. Was it fate?
I'd say that's one of the better ones on here. Feels very dream poppy, shoegazy in a way, and very like ethereal sort of vocals on this one. It's nice. It's very easy to get into this one, I will say.
Have I been here before? Maybe it was a million years ago. And I'd stop every war. Cut down Ventura Boulevard. Trying to get nowhere, getting lost. I know I'll find you there, even if it takes a million years. Without what's in your hair, even if it takes a million years. And I know love finds a way to take a toll on you. And I keep it in my pocket. I know I'll find you there, even if it takes a million years. But I'll carry you all night, even if it takes a million years. Around the city with nothing much to do. Sometimes I lie around and think about what life would be like if I was still sleeping in a bed and next to you. I'm not sure I'm meant to love, even if it takes a million years. Without what's in your hair, even if it takes a million years. Australian years eternally under these eternal blue skies. Maybe we made it just in time.
Yeah, it's good to have that right beside the other song in the track listing, where it's a little bit of a dreamier production, not as much like really bombastic. The production's very punchy, I would say, often and on. I guess Rostam being a part of that production, he was a member of Vampire Weekend. I'm assuming, did he produce with Vampire Weekend too? I don't know. Regardless, I really like this one. Oh, this one's nice. This is probably top 3 right now. I will say, too, right now, 15 songs in this album. It doesn't seem to pace well right now, I will say. It's not hitting me as strongly as maybe Woman in Music Part 3 did. But, it's a pop album. So regardless, it's pretty easy to sit with the songs here. But, yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to see.
Lost count of the ticking clocks, baby, and I can't feel my lungs. To the point where everything stopped. Everybody's trying to figure me out now, and I don't know why. The things I've done I can't deny, and I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Smoked out by the pack of lights. And I ain't done. Renters' rights, squatters' rights. I'll be the gatekeeper for the rest of my life. I don't want your charities, and that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. You think you're gonna die, but you're not gonna die. You think you're gonna die, but you're not gonna die. You think you're gonna die, but you're not gonna die. You think you're gonna die, but you're not gonna die. Everybody's trying to figure me out. You think you're gonna die, everybody's trying to figure me out.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better ones on here as well. I will say that I feel like there's a little bit of a lull, like with that second verse, but then it certainly does pick up. Interesting song. I guess you can really read this as someone who is, a little anxious, paranoid person. It's a song about, I guess, being worried about what everyone's thinking about you. And, I guess you having that perspective because, you're realizing that you fucked up in your life, so forth. And it kind of stems from your own guilty conscience or your own sort of sense of regret, and you having to accept that. And I think that's the one thing that it says here, right? Is like, everyone's trying to figure me out, and that's all right. Or everyone thinks they figured me out, and that's all right. Like, having to accept, like, you can't control what other people think about you. You have to accept that. And like, you're not gonna die, or you think you're gonna die. So it's like that panic, like, or what's happening to you is so overwhelming that you just feel like you're gonna die. Which I feel I've certainly felt that before in my life, just based off of with my own sort of experiences with like derealization and stuff like that. Where it just, you get so anxious with that, it just, you don't even feel like you're existing. It doesn't feel like you don't feel like you're gonna survive. And every time having to go in your head and be like, oh, like, you're not gonna die. You know what I mean? You've been through this before, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know, man. The human mind is a strange thing.
I don't know why I can't let you go. If I could, I would have years ago. And I know it'll be rough at night, holding on. So I try to feel my pain. Try. How does it feel to be on your own and be anyone you want? Like when a camera takes a picture of you. Baby, can you see where we went wrong? And try to feel my pain. But I don't know which way. No, I don't know which way.
Yeah, not a song that I'm like fully connecting to immediately. It's got some nice moments to it, and it's a relatively short song, so it kind of works with that. But lyrically, I think I like it. Not being able to let go of someone, and deciding that maybe what they should try to do is like sit with that pain. And then kind of goes into something here where, now that you're outside of this relationship, you sort of have some freedom to, be who you want to be. And I do like this, like when a camera takes a picture of you from across the room and sees you in a different light. That's kind of a cool line. And then what we get here at the end, too, which I think is interesting, is like, you tried to do this. You tried to, understand this pain and sit with it, but instead you still went for, hiding it away.
I'll never be the first to say, but when you give me love, I give it to you. I can feel it. When I sleep in my dreams, all I see, tunnel vision. Remind me, why do you love me? Before the time runs away, I'm spinning around, but I don't wanna forget about it. Still I'm not giving up the ghost, and I won't share my dreams with no one else. In my chest, in my heart, it won't stop, it keeps beating. I'm spinning around, why am I acting so strange? Been dizzy down, but now I'm trying to forget about it. Slow down. I'm spinning around.
I don't mind this song. Kind of like a dancey effort here. It starts strong, sort of repetitive near the end in a way that isn't hooking me as much as it was. So
And I just cry, and I don't know why. And I just 7 hours, and I feel no pain. Then I'm telling a story, and I have to say your name, and I'm overcome. And I just, when I realize
It's okay. It's got a decent hook to it. Listenable, but it's not like really hooking me.
Bad times when you were mine. What more could you want? You already took all my pride. I swear you wouldn't care if I was covered in blood, landed on the street. I can count on my one hand all the times that you really made me feel free. How it was played. What a stench. I wonder why I put up with that stress. You order a drink, man, I get the sense that you think this is still on the table. But when I don't pick up my phone, it's not because I am unable. I was unfair. Well, I wasn't. It's not that I'm holding a grudge or that I wanna see you in pain. All night with a pack. Now the sun's up, I'm out, and that's that.
Yeah, that's probably one of the better ones on here. It's good. They kind of are working with this sort of like country rock type vibe. And then we have all of them singing on this one as well. Okay, all right. Then we have one more track left.
Hitchhiking on the road to oblivion. Now I own the mud that I'm standing in. Yeah, it's got to come from me to find a way. Just don't expect me to look back on the good old days, 'cause we never tried. I'm not asking anymore for an apology. I can't wait anymore for you to set me free. Yeah, it's my hand. It's my hand. You'll never give the perfect ending. The real barrier to break is the one I feel inside. Now it's time. Yeah. It was not for me to change. Am I reaching out to say that I gave too fucks anyway?
That last song is probably my least favorite song. That one was like really quite a boring track. And that's a shame too, because like, oh man, when you end an album, I really don't think you should end on something that just kind of, you know what I mean? But what do I think? Oh, did Bono help write this song? Oh, interesting. Anyways, In the Edge, from what I see there. I don't mind this album, you know. I think that there is a decent bit of tracks on here to hold my attention. And then other songs that it doesn't particularly hit, but they're poppy enough tracks, and I sit here thinking, okay, on re-listens, maybe this will be catchier, but this album is most certainly a downgrade. I understand that, like, Women in Music Part 3 is kind of seen above maybe, like, their other albums. I don't really know about their debut fully. That's one I should listen to, but I do know that their sophomore project was, you know, really a drop in, you know, quality, according to folks on the internet. This is, like, you can even see my reaction to Women in Music Part 3, and you'll see pretty much how, like, pleased I am with that project. And with this album, I just feel like, fine, you know? It's not really hooking me. I really hope it can hook me a little bit more when I come back. But I really don't know if that's going to be the case. Right now I'm thinking 7 to like 6.5, to be honest. It's alright. It's got its standout tracks, but other than that, man, I don't know. We'll be back though after a few more listens. I Quit. Oh, wow. Ah! You know, this is the thing about HAIM, I think. This is pretty accessible pop rock music that I could re-listen to this a few times. It was pretty easy to do so. But it's like Women in Music Part 3 was just fucking hidden. Everything about that album was hidden, man. Like I was saying in the start of this video, right? Like, it's been 5 years. I can still listen to that album. And, I don't know. You know? I will say there's certainly songs on here I could see myself coming back to, but, like, my favorite song on here, All Over Me, I guess. I'd say All Over Me is my favorite song. Doesn't compare to, like, a vast majority of the songs in Women in Music Part 3. So there already is, like, sort of a quality discrepancy there. Yeah, I don't know. There's a handful of decent songs on here, okay? Handful of decent songs on here. It's chill, okay? But there is an okay amount, and I will say it's really, like, that last third of this album, like, really is not hidden. And I coming back to the opening song, I'm not a big fan of either. Another thing I will say, maybe because I paid attention to the lyrics this time, I was like, they're just not amazing. You know what I mean? They're pretty matter of fact. Like, yeah, for a pop album, they do fine, but even maybe for the choruses, it's not sticking just to the degree that the masterclass that felt like Women in Music Part 3. Yeah, I give it a 7 to a 6.5. Honestly, I was thinking at some point, like, even lower, right? But with my, like, final listen and a half, I'd say, I was like, nah, but you know what? There's some fun stuff on here enough to still kind of give it a decent enough score. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. And honestly, because of the songs I do like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know what? I hope that this can get better. Right? Because it's an easy listen. Okay, I'm not going to repeat myself anymore. It's okay. I wonder what I'll think about those first 2 HAIM albums, which I still haven't fucking listened to. But, yeah. If there's anything else you want to see me react to, anything at all, you can put a comment down below. And thank you for watching. Peace.